As many of us have already experienced, the new Cutlass Keys territory has been completely revamped into a new endgame territory. Now, this territory comes with a handful of updates, including new places to farm valuable resources and, of course, open world PvP. Now, as you kill other players or even just explore this new PvP territory for a handful of chests, you'll be picking up a brand new currency known as either cursed doubloons or mystic doubloons. If you gather these doubloons specifically in the PvP area of Cutlass Keys, they will be cursed, but don't worry, all you have to do is actually leave the territory and then they will automatically be cleansed into mystic doubloons just like this. Will be automatic. And again, today's video is talking all about these mystic doubloons and how you can actually spend them efficiently. So in order to actually spend these mystic doubloons, you have to go over to Cutlass Keys, and more specifically, you have to go to the NPC area known as Well of Fortune. I'll go ahead and show you where this is in my map. You can see main city of Cutlass Keys, and then the actual Well of Fortune is that circular icon with the X on it. Just walk over there, and then there you go. You will find a shop on where you can exchange your mystic doubloons for some goodies. So again, there are tons and tons of items in here that you can actually spend your doubloons on, and it can be a little overwhelming. But again, the purpose of this video is to showcase what you should prioritize in this shop, just so you feel a little bit better on what you're spending your doubloons on. First off, I do want to call out the most important item, or at least one of the most important items, which is the glittering gold key. You can purchase this only once per week, and it's only 5 doubloons. And the reason you want to purchase this is because once you have it, you can open up these locked doubloon caches. They're right outside the PvP zone area. It's super safe. You loot it and you get 500 doubloons. It's basically a free 495 mystic doubloons. So hey, might as well pick it up. But again, I do want to call out that this does have a weekly cooldown, which I believe is a reset on every Tuesday. So make sure you do at least pick up the key. Even if you don't loot the chest that week, that's fine. The most important thing is to really pick up that key. Next up, we have the second most important item in my opinion, which are the Goldcursed epic crates. Now you can purchase 3 of these per day at 35 doubloons each. Again, it's very easy to pick up these doubloons. You saw that I got 30 just from one of those larger chests. So you'll be able to pick it up pretty easy, and it's even more beneficial on fresh start servers because it gives you a shot at 725 gear score items. I had the chance to actually play around with these quite a bit now, and I did have some luck, as you can tell. Hey, if you made it this far, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Okay, now let's get back to the video. I do want to make it crystal clear though that this is a bit of a gamba because you do have a chance of even just getting 30 epic crafting materials or even blue or purple gear. So again, if you're willing to risk it, go for it. If you don't like the risk, then save your doubloons for something else, such as one of the 2 artifacts. Again, sometimes these might not fit well with certain builds, but if this is something that might fit your build, it definitely is worth stocking up and picking it up just so you don't have to worry about it. Next up, you do have a handful of these epic crates, and honestly, I don't believe the Apex ones are worth it at all. The Goldcursed coconut is just way too valuable of a material to spend on this. However, just for the sake of this video and for science, I did go ahead and just buy one just to kind of show you guys what you potentially could get. I bought this 2-handed melee weapon chest in hopes of getting a spear, and you're about to see what exactly I did pick up from this. Again, I don't recommend it. It's way too much of a gamba. It's too risky. You can use that Goldcursed coconut to just upgrade an artifact or use for something else. I did get somewhat lucky though. I mean, I got a pretty decent spear overall, but again, chances are high that it's going to be a wasted coconut, which you do not want to happen to you or your character. Next up, we have these 710 weapons. Honestly, I mean, they're not crazy expensive in the big picture of things, especially when comparing it to the artifact, but it's probably not worth it. You'll likely replace it pretty quickly. The one thing you might want to do is if you're a healer, it might be worth picking up Living Mind, especially if you're on a fresh start server as you're gearing up. But other than that, overall, not really worth it. We also have these epic crates here, these Goldcursed chest armor pieces, yada yada. There's a handful of them. You don't even have a guarantee of getting the item that you're going for. It is loot biased, so there's a good chance. But overall, it's probably not worth it. Some of the things I do like to pick up daily, though, are these refined resource crates, especially on the fresh start. It's just pretty cheap and very easy resources, so I figured, hey, why not pick them up and help my trade skills out a bit. As you continue to scroll down, you're going to eventually get down to the consumables exchange section. Again, if you are on the fresh start, then it's probably worth picking up some dark matter and even some gemstone dust for wars. And honestly, it is worth picking up these gypsum orbs. You are going to need a ton of these to upgrade your heart rune as well as your artifacts, so save yourself the time and effort and just pick those up every day. Next up, we do have these 3 new craft mods. If there's a new perk that you want, might as well pick those up and craft it to be exactly what you want. And then last, we do have these new algae pieces, which essentially is just food. Again, I don't think it's worth these doubloons, but hey, if you're huge into cooking and are desperate for some more cooking materials, go ahead and pick those up to help your trade skill. And that covers it. The most important thing you want to make sure you purchase is the glittering gold key once a week, as well as the 3 Goldcursed epic crates for your shot at 725 gear score equipment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and also consider subscribing, because I have a whole lot more New World Aeternum content coming your way. Thanks again, and I'll catch you later.